The following video is intended for mature audiences. It contains horror elements, adult themes, and language that might not be suitable for younger viewers. Welcome to the Southern Underworld, your place for original horror, sci-fi, and thriller content where the stories are always written with heart. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. We'd love to know in what part of the world you are watching and what is your favorite horror movie of all time. Thank you for watching and enjoy the video. Horror films have long thrived on fear, subversion, and the macabre, but Bloodfest takes that obsession to a new, sinister level. Directed by Owen Egerton, this film is a love letter to horror devotees, celebrating the genre's blood-soaked legacy while plunging its audience into a nightmarish thrill ride. However, this is not a mere homage. It is a twisted game of survival where horror's most iconic tropes are no longer just cinematic conventions, but life-or-death rules. From the outset, Bloodfest sets itself apart with a unique, horrifying concept, an ultimate horror festival where the genre's greatest monsters come to life. What begins as a dream event for horror aficionados soon transforms into an inescapable death trap, where the screams are all too real, and every costumed maniac is out for actual blood. The festival is sectioned into genre-based zones and forces its attendees into a terrifying gauntlet where they must battle through horror's most infamous nightmares: murderous clowns, ravenous zombies, and elegant yet bloodthirsty vampires. The setting itself is a masterpiece of dread. The festival is a grotesque amusement park, its garish lights masking the underlying horror. In this world, every laugh turns into a scream, and every dark corner harbors something monstrous. What makes Bloodfest so ingeniously terrifying is its brutal adherence to horror's most infamous rules. Unlike self-aware horror comedies that merely reference tropes, this film enforces them with deadly consequences. Characters quickly learn that knowledge of the genre is the only tool for survival. The final girl trope isn't just a cliché, it's a prophecy. The rule that forbids splitting up isn't just good advice, it's a death sentence. The very logic that horror fans have long dissected now dictates whether they live or die. The film plays a deadly game with expectations, continuously flipping conventions on their heads. Even seasoned horror veterans, who pride themselves on predicting every jump scare and twist, will find themselves caught off guard. No great horror film is complete without an unforgettable rogues gallery, and Bloodfest assembles an army of killers ripped straight from our darkest fears. The masked slasher, the snarling werewolf, the relentless horde of the undead. Each corner of the festival houses a different nightmare, and each is deadlier than the last. For many, Clownland is where the film truly crosses into nightmare fuel. The painted grins of its psychotic inhabitants mask a bloodlust that makes Pennywise seem playful. The clowns in Bloodfest are not content to stalk, they revel in their brutality, creating an experience that will leave anyone with even the faintest coulrophobia gasping for breath. Beyond individual monsters, what makes Bloodfest's villains so chilling is their understanding of horror rules. They are not mindless slashers or reanimated corpses. They are orchestrators of terror, ensuring that their victims meet the fate that the genre demands. In many ways, they are the true horror fans of the film, following the rules to their most merciless conclusion. At the heart of Bloodfest is Dax, a die-hard horror fan who suddenly finds himself living the genre he once idolized. What sets him apart is not just his encyclopedic knowledge of horror tropes, but the genuine terror and desperation he exhibits when faced with their real-life application. He is every horror fan who has ever wondered how they would fare in a slasher film. Only now, that question has real stakes. Dax's transformation from genre enthusiast to survivor is one of the film's most compelling elements. He is not a perfect, fearless hero. He is flawed, afraid, and learning in real time. His experience mirrors that of the audience. The initial excitement of the festival's premise quickly mutates into sheer panic, a realization that this is no longer entertainment, but a brutal fight for survival. While Bloodfest thrives on its meta-horror elements and relentless pacing, it is the film's shocking twist that cements its place as an unforgettable horror experience. Without spoiling the revelation, it is a gut punch that redefines the stakes and reframes everything we thought we understood about the festival. It is the kind of twist that doesn't just surprise, it horrifies, adding an entirely new layer of dread to an already pulse-pounding narrative. What makes this twist so effective is that it isn't just a cheap gimmick. It is a deliberate, sinister escalation that pushes the story into even darker territory. Just when the audience thinks they have grasped the full scope of the horror, the film pulls them even deeper into the abyss. Beyond its self-aware narrative and clever genre deconstruction, Bloodfest is simply terrifying. The solid pacing ensures that tension never eases, with each scene escalating the stakes. It is a horror movie that refuses to let its audience breathe, forcing them to endure the festival's unrelenting nightmare alongside its characters. This film balances terror and entertainment. It never loses sight of the fact that horror is meant to be both terrifying and exhilarating. It is this understanding that makes Bloodfest both a great horror film and a great horror experience. Bloodfest is a rare gem, a film that both celebrates and subverts horror in equal measure. It is not just a love letter to the genre, but a challenge to its audience. How well do you really know horror? And more importantly, could you survive it? With its gruesome kills, chilling villains, and shocking twists, Bloodfest delivers a cinematic nightmare that is as fun as it is terrifying. Bloodfest is a supernatural horror comedy that is 1 hour and 32 minutes long and is not rated. The Southern Underworld gives it 4 bloody knives. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Thank you for watching.